Hi, my name is Florian from Quality Guru, where I answer your questions and share knowledge about quality management. Today I will talk about how to organize your quality management organization. Many companies have a quality department. The bigger the company, the more complex this department could be. But most of the companies, they follow this template, like they have these 8 sub-functions. Maybe some functions are a little bit more developed or a little bit less developed depending on the company's situation. And maybe in some companies, 1 or 2 or 3 of those functions are combined in one. But here I would like to give you an overview about the main functions of a quality department. And this is an overview video where I will tell you today, giving you the overview, but then in the next 8 videos, you will have one video to look at each of these sub-departments. What is their purpose? How are they working? And how does it fit into the overall organization? What is their contribution to the business? So let's go right into it. So we have the customer quality engineers. Those are the guys who are working directly with the customer. If we now talk about supply chain and manufacturing, those are the guys listening to the customer, seeing what are the defects, what are the problems, bringing the problems back home and solving them together with the team to present the customer with a solution and close the cases. Then we have the warranty engineers or the field quality engineers. So when we again talk about manufacturing, then it could be that we are selling something to another factory and they are selling it maybe to a final customer. So for example, if I'm producing components for televisions, then I send it to a television factory, and the televisions, they are being shipped outside to the supermarkets and then sold to the customer. So then when they are sold to the final customers, we call this the field. They are in the market, they are in the field, and we want to know now as a supplier, as a seller of those components, how are our components and our products behaving in the field. So when the customer comes back after 3, 6, 9, 12 months and is not happy with the product because something is failing, then we will have a problem. So the warranty engineers, they are looking into the field, looking there, what are the failures, and then trying to correct them in order to increase customer satisfaction and avoid financial losses and loss of reputation of the company. Then we have another role, which is production quality. So we have a production where we produce something, and in this production we want to monitor the quality level so that in our factory, out of our company, never there is the situation that a product is leaving the company which is not meeting the requirements, which is not qualified to meet the customer standards. So this is the job of the production quality. And then we have another one, which is testing. So maybe in your company you even have a testing department or a laboratory where you have big equipments or small equipments, microscope, whatever you need to check the quality of your product. And those are the guys who really know what are the requirements of the testing, and they can apply it, and they can even consult you. If you want to test something, you have a problem, you get your test engineer and you ask them, how can I test this kind of issue to ensure that there is no problem in my product? And the test engineer should be able to provide you with this information. Then we have a very important one, which is the supplier quality. So when we're working in a supply chain, so we're receiving services and goods from our supplier and we are turning them, transforming them into a new product, which we then hand on to another party, then we need to be very careful with our suppliers, because everything what comes into our company impacts us directly in terms of volume deliveries and also the quality level what we get. So supplier quality is working with the suppliers to ensure that everything what comes into the company is meeting the requirements and can be used without risk. Then we have another important role, which is the quality planning. Those are the people who are working on new products. So when we develop something, first of all it's an idea, and then the designers of the product, they put the idea into maybe 3D models, into a concept, into some drawings, and in this process there could be a lot of risk for failure. And the quality planner is looking at all the new products from the risk perspective and checking what could go wrong with this product and how can we design this product in a way that we ensure that it's always meeting the customer requirements. So quality planning is a role where we try to prevent errors from the beginning so that when it comes to the production and the delivery of the product or service, it is always meeting the requirements of our customer. And then we have another department which is auditing and certification. So we have people auditing our organization in order to ensure that all the people in the organization are working according to the standards and processes in the organization to ensure that the organization can deliver consistent result and not have too much variation on the way we are working. And on the other hand, also to ensure that the organization passes the audit from customer sides or from external certification bodies in order to be able to obtain and maintain the certificates like, for example, ISO 9001 or other certifications like ISO 14001 for the environmental management or for health and safety regulations. And a final one, which is more and more common those days, is a quality department with specialists for tools and methods. Because the world is getting more and more complex, the tools we have to use to analyze problems and solve problems are also getting more and more complex. So we need to know basic statistical tools, we need to know how to solve a problem. There are many methods available for this. And we also want to use modern computer-aided quality tools. That means not doing everything on the calculator, on the paper sheet, but we want to use modern computer infrastructure in order to support our engineers to solve problems better, gather data, analyze data, and take the right decision based on the data and the facts. So this is normally what we find in the pool of tasks and responsibilities of a quality department. And let me know how your company is structuring your quality department. Is it the same? Is it different? Do you agree, disagree on these structures? Let me know in the comments and check now out the next upcoming videos for each of those sub-departments, and I see you in the next video.